Hey there everyone, and welcome back to another of our top 5 Disney ranking videos.
Part 3 of the mini-series that we're doing, which is the top 5 things to do at each park. Right. And today is Hollywood Studios.
Top 5 must-dos.
Oh yeah, must-dos.
If this is your first time tuning in, I'm Stuart.
And I'm Joelle.
And this is 2 Max Try, so I want to thank you for taking the time to watch our video. And make sure you check out our social media, which will show up above Joelle's head there. Make sure you give us a follow on Instagram and Facebook and check out the website.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think...
Without further ado, let's get into this.
Jump into these. So Joelle, you are going to go first this time, and we are focusing on Hollywood Studios. Now,
oh, okay.
In all honesty, Hollywood Studios for us is... It's not a full day park.
No. The only reason we would stay longer is if we were waiting for a boarding group, I think.
Yeah, so... That being in mind, keeping that in mind, that's the wording. This might have been the more challenging for us to find stuff that was...
So I went through the My Disney Experience app. They have like the map and you can filter it by park of all the attractions and rides and entertainment and food and all that stuff. And I went through there, and after going through all those categories, I only came up with 7 things that I have to do.
I only came up with 6.
At Hollywood Studios.
Yep.
And so it wasn't hard to narrow it down to 5. But my number 5 thing to do at Hollywood Studios is the Frozen sing-along. I think it was really cute. The jokes were pretty funny. It was engaging, like it kept you engaged the whole time. And it snows at the end. Who doesn't love that? So that would be my number 5 thing to do. And that was, we had done it for the first time this most recent trip. And I think I would do it again if we went. But it's not like... Would I cry if we didn't do it again? No.
What would you cry if we didn't do it again?
At Hollywood Studios, nothing.
Yeah, no, I was about to say, Tower of Terror. She really wants to ride that.
No.
All right. Yeah, Frozen sing-along didn't even make...
Oh, no?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think I blocked that on my mind for some reason. It was a good show. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was cute.
I don't know why. I just... whatever. All right. Number 5 for me is a food item.
Okay.
Ronto wrap.
Okay.
This is a food that is at Ronto Roasters, and it just lived up to the hype.
And that's in Galaxy's Edge.
That's that's at Galaxy's Edge. It had if I remember right, a perfect blend of like sweet and a little bit of spicy and crunchy and savory and soft.
It was really good.
Meaty and all that stuff.
And we will link, we did a copycat recipe which turned out really good, and we'll link that video down below if you want to make them at home. Yeah, so for me the Ronto wrap is a must-do every time we go, just so you know. That's fine.
We're going to get ourselves some Ronto wraps.
Next time we'll buy ourselves each one. We split one the last time we went.
Right. And you'll notice that blue milk did not make it on my list anywhere. So for me, Ronto wrap is the number 5 thing that we must do. And unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to try the grilled cheese at Woody's Lunchbox. So we're going to have to do that. And
is that on your list?
No.
Oh, okay.
It can't be. We didn't try it. So.
Oh, well, you said you had some things we had never done before on your list.
I said we did. I have things on here that we didn't do the last time.
Oh, I have, well, spoiler alert.
Stuff that we didn't do at all?
Yes.
Oh.
My number 4 is get a snack from Galaxy's Edge. Oh. So that would include the Ronto wrap, but I think that there's so many things to try there that we haven't tried yet that like I would want to try something new from Galaxy's Edge every time we go. Like
what?
Well, there are other things besides the Ronto wrap and the blue milk. There's that funky popcorn. There's the Docking Bay 7. I mean, we tried some stuff from there, but we haven't tried everything. And so I'd like to try, eventually, all the food that Galaxy's Edge has to offer. So the Ronto wrap is definitely included in that, but I would like to keep trying new things.
Yeah, the big issue with like the popcorn this last time
it wasn't open.
Was it not open?
I don't think so.
Well, also, in order to get to where they sold it, there was like a massive line to get in there.
To the shops, because they're so small. They were only letting one party in the shops at a time.
I didn't plan that for a pandemic.
Well, no. Yeah, but who was thinking of this when you were planning things? So yeah, so mine is to snack on something in Galaxy's Edge. Okay. I would also love to, I know that they're stupid and just gimmicky, but the little sodas in like the little bomb-like shaped things, I would love to get. I mean,
the ones that were banned from planes?
Yeah. Because the little round bottle.
The world has lost its mind. Gotcha.
Even though that's probably way more expensive than it should be. It would be fun to get.
And, yeah. All right. So number 4.
Yeah.
All right. For me, the number 4 thing that's a must-do is Toy Story Midway Mania. Just like in the Magic Kingdom ride, or Magic Kingdom video where I talked about Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, this is the same type of idea. It's just a fun, competitive game that the whole family will enjoy. Yeah. It is tiring, though. But
I like this one better than Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, I know you do.
It's more fun.
So for me, that's a must-do. The queue itself is really neat. It's just all the queues at Toy Story Land
are really fun.
Really fun to walk through.
It's just a well-imagineered land. Like, they put so much thought into everything. Like the seats you sit on, the fencing around the rides. It's all just really well thought out.
Yeah, so for me, that is a must-do. Even though I think Joelle beat me the last time we rode that one, but it's because she cheated.
Or I'm getting better.
Anyway.
So that was your number 4.
Yes, so that is my number 4, is Toy Story Midway Mania.
So my number 3 is to eat at Woody's Lunchbox.
Again, so this one we haven't done.
Is something we haven't done. We have made the Woody's Lunchbox grilled cheese at home, and that's also another video.
Super healthy sandwich. Make sure
no, it's not healthy at all, but it's
all butter and cheese and fat.
It's so good though. And so, like, the next time we go, if we don't, I might cry. This would be the one I would cry over. I would be really sad if we didn't eat at Woody's Lunchbox the next time we go. It was closed
open now
when we went in October.
Right.
And now it's back open. It opened just a little bit after we came home,
which
made me sad.
We knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, so even though we've never done it before, this would be my new must-do in Hollywood Studios. And I think that...
You have high hopes.
I do have high hopes. There's not many other food things I would have to do in Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, Hollywood Studios has some of the most disappointing food options.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yep. So that's my must-do. My number 3 is to eat at Woody's Lunchbox. And specifically get their grilled cheese.
Okay. My number 3 is Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Okay.
I don't know, we rode that for the first time, obviously, the last time we went, and I just really enjoyed that ride. I think it's a neat experience. It's one that I think I'd be willing to wait 45 minutes to an hour for that ride to go on it again. Yeah, the trackless ride system and just the story that you go through and the chaos that it breaks into is just fun.
When you ride in different cars, you get a little bit of a different ride.
Right.
Like when you're in the front and you get jumbled up, but I think you get a little bit different of the ride depending on what car you're in. So it would be almost like riding a new ride every time you go on, which would be fun.
So for me, number 3 was Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is a must-do every time we go.
That's not on my list.
No?
No. It's on my honorable mention.
Oh, okay.
But it was one of the rides that I wouldn't be sad. Like, I wouldn't be like, oh man, we didn't get on that.
Right.
It would be bleh.
Bleh. I did not say bleh.
It would be fun to ride and I would enjoy it, but I wouldn't be sad if we missed it.
Gotcha.
Alright, number 2, Toy Story Mania.
Okay.
That one, just like you said, is like a must-do. I would be sad if we didn't play and ride Toy Story Mania when we're in Hollywood Studios.
Now, when we went in January, we didn't get a chance to do that one.
That trip was tough.
Yeah,
because we had a larger group. It was 3 couples, so it was 6 of us. Right. And that was when there were still fast passes and we had dining reservations because we were on the dining plan. And I think now having done this trip in October, if we were to do a group trip like that again, I would not plan as much as we did. It was so hard to get everybody to where they needed to be for each thing that we didn't really get a chance to explore and do what we like to do. We were just so busy getting to where we had to go for our next reservation.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So that was what,
That's
number 2?
number 2.
My number 2 is Slinky Dog Dash.
I knew that was going to be on your list.
Did you?
I did.
Yeah. I like that ride. Once again, theming is great. It's not a thrill ride, really. It's a fun family coaster.
Yep.
And I just like the idea that the Imagineers took of taking the Slinky Dog character and turning him into a roller coaster.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Once again, the queue is neat to walk through. The ride is really just fun to experience.
Yeah.
So for me, number 2 is definitely Slinky Dog Dash, and it's one that we did not do last time.
No.
But next time we go, we'll definitely
It's on our list.
make sure that's on our list to do.
All right, my number 1 is Rise of the Resistance.
Okay.
This was not on my top 5 Disney rides in the whole park. But I think that if you have a day at Hollywood Studios, you have to try and get on Rise of the Resistance. And if you get a boarding pass, you have to do it. And I would want to ride it every time we go. Just because it's so amazing and like you are in that world when you're in the ride. And so, is it my favorite ride in the whole park? Or all of Disney World? No, it doesn't make my top 5. But is it the one thing you have to do when you go to Hollywood Studios? Yes.
Well, and I'll jump in because my number 1 is Rise of the Resistance as well. Like, it is the most immersive experience you're going to have at Disney.
Yeah.
As of right now. I don't even know of anything coming down the pike that's going to be that immersive.
Right.
I think the Ratatouille ride is going to be...
I think that's going to be more similar to the Mickey and Minnie's ride.
Right. I think it's going to be entertaining, and I think it's going to be a good ride. But yes, it's not going to be as immersive where you enter into just this whole world and experience where, you know...
And we've talked about it before in a few other videos. It's like 4 rides in one.
Right.
Like you have the like ride through part where you're riding through the different rooms and then you have like the simulator part. You have the interactive part. You have
the jail cell.
There's just so many different parts of the rides. Yeah, that it's really neat.
I think the only thing that may have been, and it wouldn't really be like as immersive, but until they scrapped it, I think the Cherry Tree Lane would have been a more immersive type situation.
Yeah, that would have been really fun to see, and that would have been
they ended up cutting that, but yeah, I think just for all those reasons and more, it's just a fun ride. It's interesting. It's
immersive, and you have to try and ride it if you're going to Hollywood Studios. Yeah.
So,
did you have any? You only had one.
I had one honorable mention. I might bump it up to 2 because the Frozen sing-along is definitely an honorable mention. Okay. It's definitely worth checking out. And I agree. I would sit through it again. Like, it's just, I think it's the more entertaining of the like stage performances that Disney has.
Yeah.
So I think it definitely deserves to be attended and watched. Also, one thing we haven't watched is the Lightning McQueen one. We didn't get to that yet. So. And
it's not at Hollywood Studios now, and we've never seen it. But I would really like to see the Indiana Jones stunt spectacular. Yeah. I think that one would be entertaining as well.
But my
we haven't seen
other honorable mention was Oga's Canteen.
Oh, that was mine too.
That once again, it's an immersive type situation where the theming is great. The drinks that they have are great, and they do have stuff. It is a bar, but they do have stuff for the whole family. So they have non-alcoholic stuff and things like that.
Yeah.
I will say the only thing about Oga's Canteen, from my opinion, it's overpriced.
You're paying for the experience. You're not paying for the quality of the food or drinks you're getting. Yeah.
And I think they do have some appetizer-y type
like foods. 1 or 2 things, and I don't think that they come recommended.
Right. Yeah, but it's just a neat experience to try out, to do. But it's not one of those things where if I don't do it, then I'm going to be upset. Like this past trip, because of when our
Rise of the Resistance boarding pass
group is, it fell right at the same time as our Oga Canteen thing, so we just didn't go to the Oga Canteen thing. But yeah, so for me, Oga's Canteen ended up in an honorable mention spot.
Yeah, my only other one I had on there was Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which you've already just discussed. So yeah, Hollywood Studios, yeah, definitely they're getting better at having more things. Like they definitely have more than the first time we went.
Right.
Before Toy Story and Galaxy's Edge. If those two weren't there, I would skip Hollywood Studios. Personally.
Yeah, there's really not a whole lot that would keep drawing you back to Hollywood Studios.
I would rather spend a second day at Epcot or Magic Kingdom or Animal Kingdom, to be honest, than I would if they didn't have Toy Story and Star Wars.
I think if you're able to, even under the current park reservation system, if you get to Hollywood Studios, you get your boarding group, and you ride Rise of the Resistance, you're pretty much done. Like, you wouldn't need a second day in the park. And then you could stand in line for Smuggler's Run, which we didn't get a chance to do. But, you know, you could stand in line for Slinky Dog. You could stand in line for all that other stuff while you're waiting for your boarding group. But, yeah.
Yeah, because unless you're really lucky, you're going to be waiting 3 or 4 hours for your boarding group. Yeah.
So, I think that is going to do it for our Hollywood Studios.
Let us know your thoughts on Hollywood Studios. Is it your favorite park, or is it kind of like ours, which is probably our least favorite park? So, let us know. We would love to hear what your thoughts on Hollywood Studios is.
And I want to address that reality. I think it has some of the best themed lands.
Yeah,
I think Galaxy's Edge and Toy Story Land are some of the best themed lands that Disney has. But rides and just different experiences that are there, they need to add some more stuff that is more interesting.
Well, and Hollywood Studios has more of those thrill rides, which just isn't really our thing.
I mean, they do have
Rock and Roller
Coaster, Hollywood Tower Terror, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, back to closing out the video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. And let us know in the comments what your thoughts are on Hollywood Studios. What are your must-dos?
Yeah.
And let us know if there's stuff that we've missed that we need to try that maybe we're overlooking.
Definitely.
So it's going to do it for us in this video. So until next time, guys, take care, and we'll see you then.
Bye.